so Calafiori has been injured via the international duty or international break. I don't know. Maybe this international break get the way when you take the affect players. If you are playing for your club has to manage you very well. But international duties, most players are taken off from the team because of the injury. And also, your boy Lewis Kelly was impressive in the game, and also scoring his first goal within the first 20 minutes.
Kudos.
So how do you feel as an Arsenal fan?
See, kudos. You see that boy. I always criticize him, with his manner of play. But I know that boy has potential. He has future. He's this kind of player. He gets erratic whenever things are not working well. If the pressure is on him, he makes silly mistakes. But once the pressure is on the other side, that boy brings out his best. You see, Lewis Kelly. I know what he can do. I know he's doing well. Yeah.
All right. So how has this Calafiori's injury? How has it affected us now?
See, let me tell you something, brother. I think it was Pep Guardiola or Arteta that made a comment one time. He said it's like you buying a Lamborghini, and then someone comes and tell you, please let me borrow your Lamborghini. And then when this person borrows your Lamborghini, he smashes it, scatters it, destroys it, and then brings it back to you. And you spend like a year or so fixing that car back. After fixing it again, then somebody comes again, and the same person comes again and tell you, let me borrow this car again. International break doesn't favor clubs. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be realistic. They favor clubs. It has never. Let me tell you the truth. Okay, for instance, now look at what happened. Arsenal played better part of the last season without Odegaard. Why? International break. And this was our star player. We knew how we invested. We knew how we managed Odegaard, to make sure he doesn't sustain any injury at the end of the day. Just international break, he sustained that injury. Now in this season again, it was Calafiori. And you know how we've been battling with injury. If not, okay, for the fact now, that our only hope now as I'm talking to you now is that still Lewis Kelly. If Lewis Kelly is not there, who will play that defensive line for us? That side defensive line for see. If I have my way, I'm just trying to tell you the fact. So whether you like it or not, I will tell you the truth. If I have my way, let's scrap this international break because it's not even fun to watch. I don't even enjoy those international breaks. The worst is that Nigeria itself. Outside that, I don't really enjoy any international break. And if it's not Premiership and it's not Champions League, FA Cup, Carling Cup, see, there's nothing to enjoy, brother. I beg, this international break, even if it's possible to use female plan, then you make me come play the final, no problem.
How can you use female players?
I don't know how they can do it. But see, when you are using, it's not easy. Okay, you reason if you are a club owner. You've bought players, and then the country comes and tell you, and this country they've been seeing this guy since, so they don't know say this guy is a star player. Now you buy this player now, you invested your time, your money, your resources, and everything. You call this guy, he's playing for you. All of a sudden, the country come say yes, international break. We want to use him because he's a native of that citizen. They give him that player. They take him home. They do whatever they want. They abracadabra and everything. At the end of the day, the guy come back injured.
And you started treating.
They don't treat. You treat. And then you treat the person for like 6 months. Another international break comes. When it looks as if the person, okay, is speaking for my head. This is our opportunity.
They'll call him again.
They'll call him. If you own a club, how would you feel? If you're a coach, how would you feel? Even if you're a captain or you have the interest of that club in your heart, how would you feel? You see,
that's really bad.
Let's just tell ourselves the truth. International break is overhyped. It's overrated. Even when you watch the matches, okay, look at this English Nations League. I say the Nations League, European Nations League. Very boring.
Yeah, for me, I feel like that Nations League. I don't know why they brought out or they tried to organize that tournament. What is it for?
They are even making the matches more cumbersome. They are even compiling those matches to make it more difficult for clubs to do well. Because if you don't have those star matches to even play, even in those matches, you play the Euro, you play the Nations League, you play the World Cup qualifying, you play the Euro qualifying. And after all these things, you still come back to your club again and you play for your club. And this is a club that is paying you. This is a club that is paying you the highest. They pay you week in, week out. Your country only pays you per match. The match you play, they pay you.
On international break.
What are we not saying? But when you're playing for your clubs, they pay you week in. Even when they are break, you are being paid. So when you look at this, boss, see, International break is overrated. We don't need it.
All right. So any concerns about how it should be, even though there will be a chance for those international breaks?
See, let me tell you the truth. I don't want to shout them because I know some people now, especially all those FA chairmen, go call for my neck. But if I go tell players, don't bring out your best. Don't try to play to win. Don't play with all your play to avoid injury. If they force you go, play to avoid injury. Think of your club first. That people they pay you. Forget about your country. I'm telling you the
And
truth.
if you're not doing well, country will not call you. If you're not playing well, if you're not at your best, you are not going anywhere.
Bros, must they call you? We have players who have not been in the World Cup.
People take it as a honor for their country to say, okay, come and play for us. Yes.
I understand the pride of your nation, being the pride, you representing your country and everything. But let me even tell you something. You do something there. If your club doesn't bring you out, your country will never call you.
That's what I'm saying.
If that club doesn't bring you out, the country will never call you.
They won't see you.
Let me even tell you, if peradventure in the course of playing you sustain a permanent injury, they might treat you and do everything, do one or two. But because of it's a permanent injury, the risk they are going to bear cannot be like that of the club. The risk that they are going to bear cannot be like that of the club.
There will always be somebody to replace you.
Okay, who pays you off in the national team? Let me ask. If you get injured, who pays you off? But in your club, somebody because you've already signed the contract and you are entitled to so amount, and then you got a permanent injury. What happened? They pay you off. They pay you off. Yes, you have your money and you are happy. You have your check and you are happy. But in the national team, nobody pays you off when you get such injury. They ship you back to your club to start bearing the pain, the bills and everything. So, like I said, play safe when you're playing for your national team. Do not, as in, don't play like your life depends on it. Even in the same World Cup, yes, World Cup is World Cup, but when you are playing, play with your brain. Look at what happened to Odegaard last season. That was what even affected major part of our match, because that creativity at the end of the season, we started lacking that creativity because he was not there. And this is them Arsenal that is paying and doing everything for him. For me, I will say it and then make both to say it. I'm not saying you should not play for the national team, but please play safe.
And do you think the matches, too much matches contributed to the injuries, or is it that whether it's big, whether the matches are cumbersome or not, once you go there, you are open to getting injured?
Yes, you see, if the FIFA precisely can understand what these clubs are going through, they should reduce the number of matches they put per international break. Sometimes some countries play 2-3 matches in a break, and it's not easy. Why not just leave it at one? After each match, after one match, then you wait for the next international break, you play another one. But this one now, they will just like okay, look at, for instance, Nigeria now. Nigeria is playing two matches in a state of
5 days, yeah.
And Osimhen will feature on those matches.
And you will come back and play for Galatasaray on Saturday.
And then the Galatasaray manager will be like this, watching you with his heart on his hand. Because let me tell you the truth, no matter where you take it to, your legs are not made of iron.
Yeah.
On the long run, you will get weak. You might get injured, and then fatigue and everything. And then, what are you now giving to that club? What are you bringing to the club? It becomes an issue. That's why you hear some pundits sometimes say, "Why not scrape off international break?" I don't blame them. Some pundits will say scrape, especially some will say scrape up CAF, African Cup of Nations. Some will say scrape up the Asian Nations qualifier. Because see, they are playing too much. These guys are humans, and you as a national team, you can't pay them what the club is paying them.
And sometimes when those big clubs, a big club, they get much number of players who are going for international duties. So when they come back, the first game usually most of them are draws or loss because of the fatigue and everything.
Yes. Okay, let's use for instance now. Look at clubs like Arsenal now.
Even Chelsea, it usually happens to Chelsea.
No, we will not call Chelsea now because Chelsea now has 53 players. So no matter anyhow it comes, they will still have players to play for them. But look at clubs like Arsenal. Look at Manchester United. Look at Manchester City. These clubs now, you will see like if they have like 20 out of 24 players, 21, 22 are going for international breaks, and then you have like 3 or 4 sometimes. Okay, let's say you have 7. If peradventure maybe luck is not on your side now, like 6 come back injured among your first team, how do you manage? How do you manage? That's why I keep saying, see, international break is overrated.
Well, all right. So, guys, tell me what you think. Do you think international breaks are overrated? And also, do you think, or are you of the opinion to scrape it off? Tell me what you think in the comment section, and please follow this page and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to follow our all socials at Football Analysis 247. Thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next one.